Sai Ram, Sai Ram to all of you. Swami has given this opportunity today for me to speak some experiences, and I pray to Bhagwan that he gives me the strength and courage to speak about his experiences on our family, on myself. I hail from a family of musicians for the past 3 generations. My father was a renowned violinist. He used to perform in the southern India, and in 1936, way back, he moved to Delhi. He was called by some of his friends over here to look after the Carnatic music of the Karnataka Sangeet Sabha, and he was the principal for that organization, and he was primarily teaching Carnatic music to many musicians of Delhi. We were staying in a place in New Delhi with a family of Mrs. Kamala Sarathi and Mr. R.P. Sarathi. We were given a room in their house to dwell, and she was also very fond of Carnatic music, and Mrs. Kamala Sarathi was one of the foremost violin students of my father. And it so happened, I would like to mention about some of the beautiful experiences. To start with, I will like to explain you the experiences of my father. In 1948, Mrs. Kamala Sarathi told my father, he used to call my father as master, music master, not sir, master. Master, when I want to go to a place called Puttaparthi, well, there seems to be a young boy who has a lot of mystical powers, and it seems that he cures even the long uncurable diseases by a smearing vibhuti and give it to those people, and they become cured completely. And I would like to take you along with me and have the darshan of that young boy. So my father told that I'm already having my guru, Shankaracharya, and other people. So why not you go first time, have a visit, and then come back. And then subsequently we can see the next time. But she told, no, master, your coming will be of great importance to me, to us, because he was very witty, jovial, and very frank, and all these things. So anyhow, the first visits itself, they all went together to Swami's abode. So hesitatingly, he agreed, and he went along with them. But as you know, the journey was a big ordeal in those days. They had to go in the train for 3 days, get down and Mokkapatnam and all these things, and they have to take a bus from there. And when you reach the Chitravati Nadi, they had to take a rickshaw and go across the river to go to Prashanti Nilayam. So there were 3 rickshaws full of people, devotees who were going. And the first miracle which happened was in the rickshaw itself. There was absolutely no light. It was totally dark. And there's a light which was following the rickshaw, the last rickshaw. And from where it was coming, where it was originating, it was a mystery. So when my father asked the rickshaw man, "Hey, where is this light coming from?" Because he knew Telugu, he asked in Telugu. So he told, "This must be his performance. We don't know anything." So he had to keep quiet. And then when they got up, went to Prashanti Nilayam, Swami came with a torch, big torch. He opened the curtain from the floor. He came down and helped all the devotees to get down from the rickshaw, especially ladies, and he gave them all the comfort. He said, "You're all very tired, you're hungry, you take food, take rest. Tomorrow morning I'll come and see you." This was Swami's words. So there the Swami had already mentioned that how many people are coming from Delhi, and he had told the menu to be prepared, and it was served in a plantain leaf. They all had a very sumptuous and very tasty food, and they went for rest. The next day, Swami came down, met all the devotees, and told them, "I have called, I am alone in this, I'm not much of people over here. So I'm waiting for devotees like you to come for many years. I have called you now in this young age because you were all there doing seva for me when I was in Shirdi." This was what Swami revealed. Then all these things happened. Then they stayed there in Patti. My father experienced a lot of pure love for Swami. He was so affectionate. He was so, as if a guest has come to our house and how we host them. That was the thing which was in the first experience itself. So this pure love of Swami made my father visit again and again to Puttaparthi, and he used to go to Prashanti Nilayam, not even once, twice, even thrice a year. And all these things happened. And Swami used to tell, "Next time when you come with this." That is, he used to say that you bring the violin also. So he used to take the violin and he used to play violin for Swami. And and there were wonderful occasions. My father used to say that 2 or 3 times in the visit, Bhagwan used to say that need not sleep outside because some people will be chatting unnecessarily. You come and sleep in my room. So Swami and himself alone, he used to sleep with Swami in his room and do Pada Seva for Swami. And this was a very unique experience with my father and Swami. And during that time, Swami used to even sing beautiful Tyagaraja Kritis, which my father himself has not heard them. Though he was a professional musician, played to so many big artists like everyone, like M.S. Subbulakshmi or whomsoever used to come to Delhi. But Swami's that Kriti used to be very rare. And lastly, there was a Tyagaraja mudra in that. Then my father asked him, Swami, I have never heard this song. I have played for so many this thing. Where did you get this song from? Then Swami told, Bangaru, it was I made Tyagaraja sing all these songs. This was his words. It was, it is, that shows, everything was Bhagwan who is there, who is the creator, who is doing everything. All the moments of everything is happening on his will. So then my father thought about it. Yes, it has to be. When I come to Bhagwan's abode, it is he who is doing it like this. Okay, I'll start with another wonderful experience of my father only, and I'll have one or two small experiences of mine also with Bhagwan, because who are we to tell anything about Bhagwan? His glory is so huge that we cannot even think of combining all those things. It is so huge, and every moment, every second, every hour, every year, he is there to look after us. And when you pray, he listens to it, and his prayer becomes our prayer becomes his blessings. It really happened. Now I come to one of my father's experience in the year 1950 in Delhi, which happened. In the year 1950, as I told, my father was to teach music to many of the students of the Sabha. So in those days, there was no other mode of transport. My father used to cycle only. He used to go in the cycle and teach students, and then come back in Mrs. Sarthi's house where we were staying. As she was also a student, she used to learn violin from my father. So in 1950, what happened? One fine morning, he went out for teaching his students, and it was a place called Minto Road to Old Delhi. When he was cycling, at that time, my father was thinking in his mind that to go to Puttaparthi and come back, it costs so much. It is so expensive. I had to spend a lot of money to see Bhagavan Satya Sai Baba. But is he really Bhagavan? Is he really God? That kind of a question he was pondering in his mind. Whether I should go spending money like this to Puttaparthi and come back. When he was pondering all these things and he was cycling, at that time, an old man, old sadhu, also cycled along with him and stopped him. And this sadhu asked my father that I would like to speak to you for just about 10 minutes. Here it is very noisy, lot of traffic. So I would like you to come to a private place, a place where there is no noise, with no traffic. So let us go to this lane. So first he hesitated. He told, no, I will be late for my lessons, music lessons and all. So please excuse me. But the old man insisted that I will not take much of her time. I will just, it's about 10 minutes. Just go to a little lonely lane. So there they both cycled and went to that. So he agreed. Then he went, because the sadhu was looking very, very pious man, very nice old sadhu. So he went along with him. When he went to the lane, there was a small tomb there, and there was a little stone. So he sat on the stone. He said, just close your eyes. He closed his eyes and he put his leg across like how Shirdi Baba does it. And he said, "Now open your eyes." Then he says, "Do you know who I am? Can you understand? Can you see me who I am?" Then my father realized it was Shirdi Sai Baba himself in physical form, sitting there in the same posture as Shirdi Baba sits. So he was awestruck. Uh, he was just he could not realize what is happening. Then I have come for you. I want to talk to you. So that's why I have come here. So he called him nearby. He just did his like this and showed his palm. And in his palm, in the center, there was no television in those days, but he could see Bhagavan Satya Sai Baba sitting in the chair in Puttaparthi. He could see that in his palm. So he saw Bhagavan's image on the uh, palm of Shirdi Sai Baba. Then, after some time, he opened his robe and he showed his chest in the chest. Again, he saw Bhagavan Satya Sai Baba, this time sitting in a chair with a garland of flowers. So these are the two beautiful experiences which he saw, and here he was totally well, and he was almost sobbing and crying and all the things. But anyhow, he controlled. Then he got the conviction. Yes, this is Bhagwan. Bhagwan only can do all these things. Then, then he told that it is for your love I have come. Come, let's go. I have to go now. Then my father pleaded him, requested him, please come to our Sarthi's house. Because it was with Mrs. Kamala Sarthi only he went first time to Puttaparthi. So, but Shirdi Baba said, no, I got more work to do. I come to see you. And I've told you, and now I'm going. So he left along with his cycle, and Baba went along the cycle. In just 2 minutes, they both cycled and Baba vanished. This was, he used to have a doubt whether Shirdi Baba, Satya Sai Baba, they are same or all these doubts used to come to him. So this was just clarified. Just was Swami gave this vision of Shirdi Baba to him in physical form in Delhi. This happened in 1950. About this, there's a mention about this in the book called Man of Miracles also by Howard Marfeld. So this is a very important episode which happened with my father, which I'm sure many devotees must have read of this book, but I thought I should tell this in physical form. Like this, there are a lot of experiences of my father, but now coming to my own experience also, I have to tell where, I went to Swami with my father when I was a child of, say, about 6 or 7 years, like that. At that time, I didn't have much devotion and things like that, but we used to go and enjoy there. Swami used to sit there and people, all the devotees singing bhajan, and we used to sometimes sit there, sometimes go out, and sometimes even play with these boys and all these things. So that was the start of my Bhagwan's visit. And of course, as I grew up, then we used to do bhajans in Delhi, and I was always interested in music. So music itself is divine. So that is how we came in the fold of bhajan singing. And in those days, the bhajans were not restricted for 1 hour. We used to sing for 1.5 hours, 2 hours, even 2.5 hours. like that. And then we used to perform Aarti. In those days, the Aarti was Pavana Purusha Saisa. That bhajan was there. Pavana Purusha Saisa Charana Kava Sarvesa. Like that, the bhajan, it was a long bhajan. But then Swami, as time went off, he curtailed the bhajan also to 1 hour. And nowadays in Puttaparthi also we are having only half an hour bhajan. So all these things, according to time, according to the need, according to the thing, Swami changes so many things. That's what we are seeing now. So I would like to hear say about myself. I was when I was 9 years old, I was drawn by an old man, or a very senior man, 75 years, brahmachari. He was a great guru, music guru. He came to teach me mathematics, and he told, if you want to learn mathematics and get good marks, I was weak in maths. He told, you have to learn veena, you have to learn music. So I did not have any veena at that time. Then he said, doesn't matter. So he taught me veena in a piece of paper. He drew a picture of veena, and I used to play veena on that. That's how I started at the age of 9. Then he just taught me about maybe about 9 months, or that's all. 3 months vocal and 6 months veena on the paper. And and then he told, I have planted a tree, it will grow by itself. That's what he told. He was a very great guru. I was lucky to have such a guru. Then a veena came to me also. Then I started playing. Then at the age of 10, I gave the first stage performance in a marriage, and all the people, they enjoyed it, and they said, very nice, your hands are very good, you play very nice. All these appreciations I got. So very satisfying for me. From that time, I've been playing this as an amateur. I play where whosoever wants to listen to my veena, I used to play even in stages. Sometimes when I used to go abroad, also some programs I have given there also. It's that, but music is there in the blood, so it is there. It comes. This much I realize, and with Bhagwan's grace. Bhagavan's immense grace, I have been blessed with this Saraswati Veena, which is itself, Saraswati Veena has the 24 frets, which is equivalent to the 24 aksharas in the Gayatri Mantra. That's what the Shastras say. So I'm fortunate to play that. Now, when I'm playing like this, in the year 1989, this is an experience for me. At that time, my father was not alive. And one fine morning, I had a dream of Swami. In that dream, my father is also there. We both are going to see Swami. And Swami is in the dais. He is going to come. And many people are sitting in the Calcutta Gardens. Then I told my father, Appa, you were so close to Swami. You can go and little friend, so that I will also come with you and sit somewhere in the front, very close to Swami. Then, father told, I had a wonderful experiences of Swami. He had given very close darshans to me, and he used to talk to me for half an hour individually, and those were the times when I had it. Now it is for the others. There are so many people, so many devotees have come. I should not take this opportunity. I will stay where I am and see Bhagavan and offer my pranams. This is what he told me. Then what happened? After some time from the stage, Bhagavan came. After discourse, he started going somewhere in the side, and there were many people who were also going side. And of course, at that time, my father also joined and I also joined. Then there was a veranda type of thing. In the dream, I'm taking all these things. And when there was some benches put, I was also sitting and he was also sitting. And there was a door inside a big room where Swami had taken one by one devotees. Then I asked my father what Swami is going to do inside the room. He said, no, Swami is going to give interview to everyone. Then I asked, see, it's my selfish. I will also get this chance to interview. He said, yes, yes, you will also get. I will also get. Everyone will get. And you can ask what you want to Swami. I said, what will I ask Swami? Bhagavan has given me everything. I cannot ask for this materialist things, so many things. He said, yeah, you should not ask for material. You should ask something solid, which is long lasting for your life. Then I thought, what to ask? I was pondering. I was trying to prepare myself. If Swami is going to call me, what I'm going to ask? So then suddenly I had to ask my father, Papa, I can ask one thing. I'm playing on this Veena, and in Puttaparthi to go in front of Swami and play, very big artists are coming. I don't know what are the formalities, how to go there. Can I pray to Swami that Swami, you should give me an opportunity to play in Puttaparthi? Yeah. Such kind of things only you must ask, which is eternal. And these are the things which Bhagavan will also like. So that was the thing which happened. I have not gone to the interview room, but the dream is over. So this is happening in the month of February or March, something like that. And you won't believe, this dream was there for a long time in my mind. And within 3 months, there was a program of Kavali, which was organized by Delhi devotees. There was a whole group of about 29 children going from here. And my daughter Sandhya was also one of the participants in that. So Mr. Nagaraj told me that, Mr. Mani, why don't you play on the Veena to Kavali? I said, Mr. Nagaraj, how will I play? Veena and Kavali is so far off. So he told, no, you come, we'll see. So I never went for the practice. Once or twice he gave me the music and I used to practice at home. Then I did not I could not take my Veena, big, huge instrument to Puttaparthi. And I went along with the group. And there it so happened, within 3 months of my dream, I was in front of Swami in the Purnachanda hall with the Veena, and Swami told Veena Kavali, like that he was smiling and telling me. And then he blessed with all this thing. And anyhow, this is a small thing, small program which Swami probably conceived for me, through our Guruji, Mr. Nagaraj and Ashok Mehtaji and all this. So this is also one of the great examples. So what I mean to say, it was people say dream come true, and this is the dream come true for me. So this is a wonderful experience which I had. And I played, and Swami gave us laddus, and Swami gave us shawl, and all this safari. Then he said, you wear this safari and wear it, and all these things Swami used to tell. And that is another beautiful experience. So, and there is also one very materialistic experience of mine. This is the power of prayer. Swami, if you deeply pray to Swami with wholeheartedly, he certainly listens to it, and he fulfills your prayer. In fact, even without prayer, unknowingly, Swami is every moment, every second, every minute, every hour, he is fulfilling all our wishes for all of you, for all of us, for all the devotees. Sometimes we don't realize even But then later on, when we think, oh, I never even wanted it, but Bhagavan has given this. I never even prayed for Swami, but he has bestowed on this to me. Like that, we start realizing. Then only we know, we come to realize that it is Bhagavan who knows. His antaryami. He knows what are your thoughts, what are you thinking, what are you going to ask. Everything he knows. But still, when we are in very deep this thing, we have to we pray and that things happen. Now, we were in Puttaparthi with my elder daughter and my one grandson and one granddaughter. Granddaughter was 3 years and the grandson was just 3 months. So we went to see Swami and we were there for 3-4 days in Puttaparthi. And on the last day, when we were supposed to return, I went to visit a very senior devotee who was already staying in Puttaparthi outside the campus. She had bought a house and I wanted to see her because I know her from my childhood days. Her name was Rani Ma. So when I went to see her in her house, she offered her coffee, tea, and things like that. Then we were talking many things. Then she told, Mani, prayer makes wonderful things. When her son was not at all well, he was very serious, and her husband was a doctor. She prayed in the Swami's room that he should become all right because it was uncontrollable. So because all the medicines did not work for her. And after the prayers, when she came out of the room, the boy who was jumping up and down with a high fever and all the things, it became all right. The servant lady told, after you went inside Ma, nothing has happened. He is completely all right now. He's not even having fever. Then the thermometer was brought and it became all right. So she told, if you're very deeply, very sincerely praying to Swami, Swami will listen. So all these things happened. I came to our Swami's the thing auditorium. There, Swami was bhajans were going on. I got a chance to somewhere enter in the last, somewhere near the compound wall. I was sitting inside. I got a chance, lucky enough to go inside. I was sitting there in the Purna Chandra, Sai Kulwant Hall, when the bhajans were going on. And after that, I was very middle-aged. There was one tenant of mine who was staying for 30 years in my house, but he won't vacate. So this was a little problematic thing, materialist. I was many times praying to Swami, he should vacate. He's giving unnecessary trouble, and we are unable to settle in our family on so many things. But nothing happened because I used to casually pray. But this time, when Ranima told the prayer should be, so I was sitting in the Purna Chandra and I was just praying to Swami, I think he doesn't require the house anymore because his sons are somewhere outside Delhi and he himself casually comes for 2-3 days and pays the rent and goes back. And Swami, you should, I don't want to go to court or anything like that. All these things I don't want. You can do. This is the last time I'm going to pray to you, Swami. You must see that. You won't believe on the 6th of, on the 7th of December, we all came back from Puttaparthi, caught a flight from Bangalore to Delhi, reached home. On the morning we reached, and in the afternoon at about 3 o'clock, the tenant comes to me and says, "Sir, I got a good news for you." I said, "What?" "We have decided to vacate the house." This is what he told, and he gave me the key, settling all the accounts. Then I became uncontrollable. I said, Bhagwan, if he wants, he can do anything with sincere prayers. And this is what I prayed just yesterday, and today the results are here. How he has changed the mind of people, how he. So Swami can do anything for us, for the devotees. So these are some of my few with Bhagwan's experiences which I told. If there is anything which I have not done properly, I pray to Bhagwan that he should keep me always in his fold, all of us in his fold. And with this, I end this episode with Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu, Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu, Samastalokaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.